Tom Hammond, Persuasive Speech. Did you know that the average Penn State student spends the equivalent of approximately 10% of their annual tuition on textbooks? I believe that the cost for textbooks should be provided within the Penn State tuition. Penn State students are already in debt due to the high cost of this university. The added expense of textbooks just hinders their learning experience. I personally am a Penn State student who is putting himself through college on loans. The cost of textbooks takes away a large amount of my hard-earned money from each summer as soon as I get back to school. That's why today I want to talk about these unfair costs of textbooks. I want to discuss other areas the student may spend their money if they didn't have to buy textbooks. And finally, Penn State could make money by providing textbooks for students. So first, I want to talk about how unfair the expenses of textbooks are. According to statistics provided by the Penn State admissions website, an average student will spend $1,536 a year on textbooks. That's equivalent to an entry-level meal plan for an entire semester. Food for a student for an entire semester is equal to the cost of textbooks. It's also equivalent to 3 months worth of rent in a downtown apartment. Housing is a struggle at Penn State, and 3 months worth of rent is a high commodity. It's also equivalent to 7 student football ticket seasons, more than a college career. It would take a student 181 hours working at the student rate of $8.50 to work off the cost of textbooks. This is the equivalent of 9 work weeks worth of work, working at 20 hours a week, which is the maximum amount of hours for a Penn State student employee. If a student is going to work 20 hours a week, their academic progress and success is going to be seriously hindered. All for the price of their textbooks. It's kind of ironic. The added cost of textbooks just increases the stress of the financial experience that Penn State puts on their students. But if students were able to save this $1,536, they'll be able to spend it on other ways within the university. Second, Penn State students would be more likely to spend the money that they saved at university events and student events. First thing, every student will be able to ensure that they at least get to some football games. Now, yes, I know you're thinking that Penn State football tickets are a commodity and they sell out very quickly, and this is 100% true. But for a large number of the games throughout the year, students are trying to sell their individual game tickets. And I believe that if students save money from textbooks, that we would fill those seats at every game, no matter the time or the weather. Football is a crucial entity at this university. The profits raised from football go to funding the rest of the athletics. If we were able to maximize these profits, we were able to maximize the resources and the facilities that the rest of the student athletes have, which would in turn make more money for the university. In addition to football games, there are plays, there are concerts and speakers that cost money that students would love to attend if they had the money. I personally would attend a great deal more concerts if I had more money to spend. And this again would make Penn State more money. In addition to students spending their money through other university activities, the university could increase their funds by providing textbooks for their students. According to U.S. News Report, Penn State has the highest in-state tuition in Pennsylvania. I'm here to tell you that finally they could save money if they provided textbooks to their students. A recent study done by the Daily Collegian shows that the profit margins at the bookstore are 25%. This means that the university is spending $1,228 per student on textbooks and hoping to make money on that 25%. The bookstore is required to provide enough books for every student in every class. This means that they have to spend that $1,228 on every student no matter what. I'm here to tell you that not every student buys their books from the bookstore. So Penn State is not making the maximum profit margin they can off the textbooks. If they were to just provide the books for the students would then in turn spend their money back on the university in other ways, which would increase the funds that the university would make. In conclusion, the expense of textbooks is just far too unfair. Students would love to spend their money in other ways if they had it. And Penn State would be able to save money if they provided textbooks for their students. We need to take a stand and influence the administration within this university to cover our cost of textbooks. All in all, both Penn State, its students, and its faculty would greatly benefit if the university provided textbooks for all of its students. And now here's my audience.